go!
All right, folks, Thursday, the 22nd of May. This is Yorkshire 24, and we're cutting through the noise. Today, Downing Street ducks questions on fuel help. The UK slams Israel with sanctions, and North Yorkshire bins a pile of weapons. Let's get into it. The government promised a U-turn on slashing winter fuel payments after public backlash, but here's the kicker. They won't say if the change will happen before this coming winter. This affects hundreds of thousands of pensioners and low-income households who rely on those payments to survive colder months. With energy bills still sky high and inflation squeezing everyone's wallet, people need clarity now, not in November.
I recognise that people are still feeling the pressure of the cost of living crisis, including pensioners. And as the economy improves, we want to make sure people feel those improvements in their days as their lives go forward. And that is why we want to ensure that as we go forward, more pensioners are eligible for winter fuel payment.
Unions are calling for a full rethink of the fiscal rules that restrict welfare spending, but No.10's stonewalling continues. UK inflation jumped to 3.5% last month, way higher than expected. A sharp spike in travel costs over Easter. This could delay any plans to cut interest rates, and so mortgages, credit cards and loans will stay expensive for longer. The surprise rise has also rattled economists who thought price rises were finally calming down. The Bank of England may now hold off any moves to ease financial pressure, leaving households and small businesses in the lurch. If you really want to understand the reasoning behind the hikes, check out Sasha Talks on YouTube. There will be a link in the description. Second, a YouGov poll shows Labour's trying to win over Reform UK voters. Some see it as strategy. Others say it risks pushing away loyal supporters and moderates. Starmer's team is apparently chasing the populist vote to hold ground in key battleground seats. But it's not sitting well with everyone inside the party, especially those who backed Labour for its progressive stance. If this gamble doesn't pay off, Labour could find itself bleeding support on all sides. The UK has officially suspended trade negotiations with Israel. David Lammy called the Gaza blockade morally wrong and said the UK can't look the other way.
Therefore, today, I'm announcing that we have suspended negotiations with this Israeli government on a new free trade agreement.
This decision marks a sharp change in tone from the UK, which normally keeps trade and diplomacy separate. Now, amid rising global pressure over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, the UK is taking a stand. It could lead to broader economic and political fallout with Israel and divide opinion here at home too. Knife amnesty bins in North Yorkshire have taken in over 1,700 weapons since their rollout. That's a huge win for public safety. Some of the surrendered blades include combat knives and large kitchen-style weapons. The initiative has helped build trust between police and communities, offering a safe way to disarm without fear of prosecution. It's also part of a wider campaign to keep youth violence in check. A major blaze at Strensall Common, York, was brought under control overnight. Crews worked into the early hours and scaled operations back to one engine. The fire affected a sensitive nature reserve and raised concerns about summer wildfire risks as dry conditions increase. Authorities believe it may have started accidentally, but locals were told to stay away due to heavy smoke and risk of flare-ups. 2 men have been arrested after a fatal collision in Middleton, Leeds. Police are still appealing for information or dashcam footage. The crash left 1 man dead and others injured. It happened on a busy stretch of road and has led to calls for better traffic control measures in the area. West Yorkshire Police say more details will be released once the investigation progresses. An East Yorkshire couple has been sentenced to over 13 years for a brutal rape attack on a friend. The judge called it prolonged and deeply degrading. The crime took place during what was meant to be a friendly visit. The couple overpowered the victim and filmed the assault. The footage was later recovered by police and used in court as evidence. The sentencing brings some justice, but the trauma will stay with the victim for life. Well, that's your full update for today. From political silence to Yorkshire bravery, you're caught up and clued in. Drop a like, comment below and hit subscribe to keep Yorkshire 24 growing. We'll see you tomorrow for more of what actually matters.